What Africa gives to the world, Europe don't have it, America don't have it, Asia don't have it. As a First Lady, I am not part of a government system. So when I speak on behalf of the people, because I understand what the people are going through. At the end of the day, I'm not being paid salary, and I cannot be fired either. We cannot wait for other people to come and develop us. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. You cannot be coming to our country and take everything that will make us develop, and then you still treat us as inferior people, as if we don't know what we're doing. The sense about us celebrating independence, I don't know why we celebrate independence, because we are not free.
The US-DRC minerals deal in exchange for peace and security is underway. Not because the Congolese people deserve peace and security as a basic human right, but because America needs a safe place to do business. And so then America is going to bring in its own security into the DRC. It's going to bring in Eric Prince and his Blackwater mercenary firm. Eric Prince, the same guy who called for the recolonization of Africa and Latin America because apparently these countries cannot govern themselves. The same Blackwater that is responsible for the massacre of innocent civilians in Iraq.
When you look at what Sierra Leone have to offer, when it comes to our mineral resources, the kind of mineral resources we have in our country is enough to take care of everybody in that country. We should not have a single poor person in Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother who decides. And when you fight and say, no, we are not going to do this, they use the system to stop you. It's either they set you up with the opposition and they will be supporting the opposition against you from the back, or they cause unnecessary chaos in your country so that you are not able to even govern your own people. They will do things to make you not to be functionable. And of course, any country that don't have peace cannot develop. You have to have peace before you talk about development. I'll give you a simple example about Sierra Leone. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. Every mining company. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity, Bumuna, is run by the British, and we still don't have light. We're looking for light, electricity. If you don't have electricity, how can you talk about education? How can you talk about health facility? How can you talk about improving the infrastructure of your country? We don't have electricity. Now, do we actually even have proper water, pipe-borne water, so that our kids will not be sick? We don't have those facilities. Why? With all the minerals we have, there is a cap you put. Before my husband became the president of Sierra Leone was benefiting, they said, what's the word? 0.000.1%. What is that? Basically, a company can take as much as $100 million out of the country in terms of minerals, and then they can just give the country $10,000. Now, what will $10,000 do for our health system? What is $10,000 do for our educational system? And these are the things I believe that are stopping Africa from progressing. We don't have a say. The sense about us celebrating independence, I don't know why we celebrate independence, because we are not free. That is my own take. I'm not speaking also on behalf of the government of Sierra Leone, nor am I speaking on behalf of His Excellency the President. I am speaking as Fatima, as a citizen of a country who believes that things need to change.
Where do we go from here? Do you have any practical ideas about where we might start? Or collective ideas that we might gain support for?
I feel Africa, patriotism is very important. You have to love your country to want your country to be a better place. Patriotism, I think we have to have that sense of patriotism in our countries, and our leaders also should be subjected to that. You know, it is not only when you were talking about election and then everybody come out and celebrate, and after election, that's it. Accountability. Who accounts for what is happening? Who is the one who is changing the narrative of what is happening? Like I said, as a First Lady, I am not part of a government system. I am a wife of a president. So when I speak on behalf of the people, because I understand what the people are going through. At the end of the day, I'm not being paid salary, so, and I cannot be fired either. So that's the advantage. That's the advantage of being a first lady. But I believe that for Africa, what is happening in Africa today, it need to change, and it need to change now. There is no time like now, because for Sierra Leone, we now have a president who believes that we cannot wait for other people to come and develop us. We cannot wait for another country to come and prescribe how our country should be run or what we need in our country. You know, this divide and rule, if you're close to China, we will not come to your country. If you're close to America, we will not come to your country. I mean, the fight that is between England, Europe, America, China, Russia is not a Sierra Leone fight. That's not our problem. We're fighting for our daily bread. We're looking to have education, just like America. We're looking to have good health facility, just like Europe. We're looking to have governance structure where one single person cannot be the dictator of a nation. That's what we're looking for. And in that process, we're going to be allies to everybody who wants us to grow. But if we now align ourselves with someone, and then this other person now feel offended that, oh, you know, I'm coming from China now. I flew in. I mean, I've gone around the world to get to Boston, you know. I went to China and then come here. Before here, I went to England and then flew into America. For me, I'm not restricted where I should go or who I should be talking to. I am going around the world to see a country that sees Africa not as not just as an ally of what you'll be getting from us, but a country that sees Sierra Leone as partners and treat us with respect. You cannot be coming to our country and take everything that will make us develop, and then you still treat us as inferior people, as if we don't know what we're doing. I think that is wrong. You know, we're looking for partners that value us, people that will come to our country and say, you know what, this country has suffered enough, they need to grow. We were once the atom of Africa. Every country within sub-Saharan Africa used to come to Sierra Leone for our education. And today, what can we be proud of? We cannot talk about education in Sierra Leone because they've ruined that for us. Everything that has empowered Sierra Leone has been ruined. And now we have a leader who wants to fix everything. There is a problem. In Africa, you should not have a leader that is assertive, a leader that knows what his people want, a leader that wants to change what is happening. The moment you have that, it's everyone's target. And then they find reason to slow you down, they find reason to stop you, and they use that system of corruption. They use corrupt people, they use negative people, they use unpatriotic citizens to come after a government who is doing what is right for a system. I think we need to address those issues. Unfortunately, I don't know I'm very good at name calling, but at the moment, I don't know who I should be screaming at.
I think the way you've started on working on reform for women and girls is a template that can be followed for many other issues. Do you think of what a next one might be?
One of the most serious issues I have with the United Nations is the fact that Africa is not part of the Security Council. We're talking about 54 countries, 54 countries, a whole continent does not have one person representing Africa when it comes to decision making at the Security Council.
And I'd observe also that no African country has its own executive director at the World Bank either.
No, unfortunately,
yes.
We don't know how to manage money.
Africa, we have been running under the system. But you know what? We need to change the system.
And then Glencore and others now suck out your cobalt without giving you tax income. We don't reflect on that. We say, what's wrong with you? Why don't you govern properly? And so we have a system, but we need a different system.
There is a system, and this system has been there for a very long time. And there are some people who have been operating and controlling these systems. And when we say that Africa is not free. It means that in every African continent today, they celebrate each and every country celebrate its freedom or independence day. But the question is, when we come to our sense, which freedom and independence are we celebrating for? Because Africa has never been free, has never been free. But because just like she has said, in every country of Africa, all the companies, the major companies that are running the countries, they are owned by the foreigners. We as the citizens and the Africans, we are owning just the smaller businesses, the businesses that cannot even run the country, cannot even run the economy of even one county. We are claiming that we are free. We are free. When we come, let me use an example of my country, Kenya. We have, in Kenya, we have oil. We have oil that was discovered in Turkana County, and this oil, since it was discovered, it's not helping the country. Just like she has said, the foreigners has been mining the gold from Sierra Leone for a very long time. They are taking $100 million to their countries, and they are giving the Sierra Leone government $10,000. How can $10,000 can run the health facilities? How can 10,000 run the system of education? How can $10,000 sustain electricity and water in the country? We are having electricity in our country. This electricity is not ours. We are being generated electricity by the other people, the foreigners. The machines and everything that are being used here to generate our electricity is not for the Africans. It is for some people. So when they wake up one day and say that they don't want to do the electricity business, the African with our country Kenya, then it means that we are off flight. If they wake up and say that they don't want to do oil business with the Kenya, Ruby's, Total, and Shell, they are all being owned by British and France. So how can we say that we are free? How can we claim that we are free and every year we are celebrating yearly our freedom and independence? It's very rare to find a first lady giving out some speech just like she has did, because when the president of a country is elected, then his wife automatically becomes the first lady. Then the first lady has to operate under the rules and regulation of the president. But most of the first ladies do things what their husbands or their president are doing, because they don't have power to do or to go against their husbands or their presidents. But she has explained well that she is talking as the citizen of Sierra Leone, but not the first lady or the wife to the president. So when the things are favoring, are going worse to the citizens of Sierra Leone, she is among those people. She is among the people who are being affected. She is a woman, and she knows how painful is it for the bad economy of the country. We have many single ladies. We have many single mothers and single parents who are going through hardship to raise up their families. And when she is coming here to talk or to give his opinions, she is talking as a citizen, but not as the first lady. The first ladies of most leaders, we normally see them on the back of their husbands. They are just there. They have an office. Their office they're just holding office with nothing to do. They're getting a lot of salary, but they cannot speak anything against the government because they have no power. But clearly and strongly, she has said that she's not afraid of talking the truth, because she cannot receive the salary. She cannot be fired either, because she was not elected. She was not appointed. She automatically became the president. And When we say that we want to change the system, we mean because these elder people who are leading us, they are the one who are misleading us. That's the fact that we have to put in our minds. That's the fact that we have to know. The elders who have been ruling our government, who have been governing us in African countries, are the one who are misleading us. They're the one who are taking us the wrong ways. Because on the past days or past years, the people who have been electing from MPs, member of parliament, the president, it was always used to elect the elder people. But at this generation, things have changed. Things are different because we as Gen Zs have decided that they want to change the system of governance. And this is what we are fighting for. That's why all the youths of Africa are supporting Ibrahim Traore, because we have seen an example of Ibrahim Traore, just 36 years old. Since he came to power, he has bring a lot of reforms in his country. Then from there, the youth has seen an example and know that we can do if we decide that we want to change the governance. We can do and we can make the change, we can make the progress if we want to make our government the better government. The youths of Africa has been learning, graduating, and they go out of Africa to make a living. They have to go in some countries to go and make a living. It's not their will, but you have you have your good education, you have graduated, and then your country cannot offer you even a job of a low payment. You have to depend on yourself. And the tax that has been put there, the people who have come out of school cannot manage to pay it. And even if you find something to do by your own, then the government still put you a high tax rate. So tell me, how can that system of governance can continue running in African countries? And we expect that we are going to make a change. We are going to make a change. We are going to make Africa the better place. It cannot happen. It cannot happen unless we change the system of governance. Take an example of the country Kenya. I like using my country because of the experiences that I have seen. Just 2 years ago, not 2 years, just a year ago, in Kenyan government, the youths, the Gen Zs decided that they want to change the system of the government. Then it happened. Just through social media, communicating one and there, here and there. Then they decided to overthrow the government. The government, until the time they went occupy the parliament, they made a history, something that has never experienced in the world. It was only experienced in the Kenya as the first time. And since that time, the government, the president shuffles his cabinets. He fired many cabinets, and he was forced himself to elect or to select the new cabinets. And without the fueling and energetic Gen Zs from their decision, this could have not been happened. This could have not have happened. And that showed us and gave us the good example that if we, the youths, want to change the system of governance, we can do it. There's no way we can be having our countries having a lot of minerals, having a lot of richness, but we cannot control or we cannot own anything from our countries. But the people from outside, the foreigners, the one who are owning our resources, are the one who are coming to invent their companies, their factories, and the factories and companies they are inventing, they're building these factories. They are using our resources. They are employing us in their companies, and they are paying us the low wages. They are intimidating us. They are overusing us. They are paying us just like slaves in our countries, in our land, with our resources. But we have no right. We have nothing to be offered. We have nothing to benefit from it. Tell me, and we are celebrating yearly that we are celebrating freedom and independence. What is this? What are we celebrating? Before we change the system of governance, then we have nothing to celebrate. Because Africa has the free states, but we have everything that is happening in our countries are being made up by foreigners. Take an example of an organization like AU. AU is for the African Union. This was the organization that was supposed to help the affairs and concerns of Africa. Was the organization that was made to stand by the issues of Africa so that it can solve the issues of Africa, like desert problems, the hunger, the floods, war, and everything, keeping peace. But where is peace in Africa? There is drought being experienced in many places in Africa. Floods are killing Africans every day. But no one from this organization is coming to address these issues. No one from this organization are coming to help, to bring help to Africans. But because that organization was put there, and few Africans were put there to act as leaders, just to portray the image of Africans so that we can feel that we are the one leading these organizations. But this organization is being run by foreign leaders. The security system, security system is not being led by Africans. So why are these organizations, what's the meaning of this organization in Africa? So we have many reasons to say that Africa is not independent. We are consuming what we don't produce and producing what we don't consume. We have a lot of gold, mineral, aluminium, gold, those, but we are producing, but we cannot consume. Because for an African to own anything that is made up of gold, then it means that you are very rich. More than that, you will have to see and watch from others, the rich people owning that jewelries, the expensive gold and the aluminium and the silver. But we are the ones sitting on the top of these things when on the ground. So where are the freedom? Where are the rights? Where is the independence of African countries? So we need we need some such bold leaders to come up and address, and not just addressing, but they have to act. And that's what we are not loving. Africans are not supporting Ibrahim Traore for nothing. They're not just supporting Ibrahim Traore because they love him, but because he has showed the interest to stand by Africa, to reclaim the African dignity, to defend African properties. That's the reasons why everyone is praising Ibrahim Traore. We have the other. Burkina Faso is not the only country that has gone under coup d'etat. We have Mali and Niger. We have those leaders there. They're not being praised because they are not dying harding, just like Ibrahim Traore is doing. Imagine going under several assassination attempts just for you to leave the country and let the foreigners continue exploiting as they are used to. That's not a good and easy task. We were treated as slaves for a very long time. We were treated as slaves for a very long time, and we are still being treated as slaves in the eyes of the white people. In the eyes of our colonizers, we are still slaves. And we will remain being slaves forever if we cannot change the system of governance. We want to change the system of governance from the elders. By doing this, we want to send all the elders, leaders from our governments, we want to send them home. We want to select youths, our fellow youths, to lead the government. And by doing this, then we are going to change the system of governance of Africa. Because the problem that we're having is our leaders. They're the one who are still going on our backs. They're the one who are still bowing before our colonizers. They're still the one who are admitting themselves to our colonizers. And that is the happy moments of them. Because when they get several leaders who are puppeting, then it means that they are still owning Africa. And they're still controlling Africa. And that's why they say that we need them help. We need their help. And they will help us whether we like it or not. That was a speech of Emmanuel Macron to Ibrahim Traore and Burkina Faso. That Burkina Faso still need them. Whether they need or not. They like it or not. If it's that way, then why do they have to force? Why do they? If they're helping, why do they have to force? I will not talk past that, but I like the speech and courageous and the boldness of Sierra Leone First Lady, because he has shown us that even no matter the position that you are, you have to fight for the right. You have to fight for the truth. It don't matter where the position you are holding in the government, because after all, you are still the citizen of your country. Whether you are a leader or you are a common citizen, you are still a citizen of your country. And it will come a time you will get out of that position, you will get out of that power, and some people will come. And what the citizens are demanding today for you, when you are there to do for them, you will need for some people to do for you, but it will not be possible. Your generation will come up. They will not find you there, but they will find someone else who is leading that organization, and they will like to get help or to get some transitions or some from that government, but it will not be possible. So when you are there, use your chance. It's your time. Use your chance well. Make things change. Make things work in your government, because you are still a citizen. You are still having a generation. You are still having your people who are coming up every day. So what you will like for some people to do for you, then you have to do for other people. And that is what Africa we want. By doing that, we will take Africa to the position we like and we want. This is Kenyan Explorer, and I thank you for your time. Thank you for taking this time to watch this video. And I have a lot of videos that I have did. If you have not watched, please go back and watch the videos so that we can communicate on what is happening in Africa today, because we need a better Africa. And by doing this, we are going to change Africa to be what we want. We are going to transform Africa to the position and the image we want. Because there's no one who will come and fight for us, but we have to fight because it's our fight. I thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe. Your commentary is highly appreciated. Stay tuned.